Ah, yes, YouTube, the Man Flippers. We're gonna do the review of what again?
War Dogs.
So at this time, this is the actual review. So I'll let you go first, man. What do you think of the movie?
I thought it was gonna be, yeah. Well, it was really good. The story is pretty interesting. I thought it was just gonna be a plain like stupid comedy movie, but it actually the story was pretty like enticing, and it I lost myself into the story. Like it was so there was more depth to this movie than you would think going into it, and it was cool because normally like you're just sitting there like brain dead like watching a movie, but then I actually sunk in my seat and I was like, holy shit, what's going on? Wow, there's like a lot of interesting parts. I don't want to spoil it, no spoilers, but basically two guys, one dude who's played by what is his name?
Jonah Hill and Miles Teller.
What is what was the guy's name?
Jonah Hill and Miles Teller.
Miles Teller.
Yeah.
Miles Teller is like an average like dude working in like a pretty good job, I guess. Like he's a masseuse, and then Jonah Hill comes into his life, and they start arms dealing and getting into trouble and making a lot of money, and you know how business works. Some backstabbing and stuff like that. It gets kind of dramatic. There's some drama and like a lot of comedy too. So if you're into that kind of show or movie, definitely watch it because I think it's worth my money. It was worth my money and worth my time. Yeah.
So speaking of that, what did you expect of the movie first of all? Since you
What
said,
do I expect?
yeah, since you said you thought it's different.
I just expected it to be like one of those, comedic bullshit. Like you just have like a tons of like dumb things that happen, like in Iraq and whatever, wherever they were in the Middle East. But there's actually like I said, there was like depth to it. Like it was not just like, oh, I go in and like have a laugh or two. There was actually like some serious moments, and you kind of like you're like not at the edge of your seat, but you're like, oh shit, what's going on? I want to figure out like what happens next. And, like it's just not like a brain dead movie that you walk into. So it was more than that.
Well, for my aspect of it, yeah, like you said, it is a documentary or based on a true story. So the acting was pretty good by Miles Teller and Jonah Hill. And it's just crazy because Jonah Hill, he has done some good acting, but then again, after watching The Wolf of Wall Street, I was just wondering. And then this character too, he plays another, like I guess, an asshole type of role in general. But besides that, what do you thought of Jonah Hill's character, though?
Yeah, I forgot to mention that. I think he played it really well. Like, I guess he was trying to portray like, the actual character, the whole actual guy in real life, and I think he did a really good job of being an asshole. And I guess that's what he was like. So if that's what he was like, then he actually did a really good job, and it was like fully believable that this is this rich guy is making a lot of money and just doing drugs and stuff like that. And when you're in that kind of, I guess I've never experienced, but when you're in that kind of like zone and you're making a lot of money and you're just doing all this crazy shit, that's him basically. So he played it off good.
Yeah, sticking to that. That's why Miles Teller too is just kind of interesting because Miles Teller, I gotta admit though, for a masseuse guy, it's interesting. $75 an hour though. Think about $75 an hour. I mean, I know it's Miami, Florida. I'm pretty sure Miami, Florida was cost way more than that, but still, it's $75 an hour.
I don't know how the hell do you run away from that?
$75 an hour. I'm like, man, where we at? We're like, man. Yeah. $75 an hour, ouch. I mean, I know Miami, Florida, history of Miami, Florida is, history about it, which I shouldn't go into because it has nothing to do with the movie in general. But overall, I thought it was a good movie. I mean, for something that's loosely based on a true story, or who knows, like they said, on these type of movies, like they said, how accurate is it? But it just doesn't matter that was it entertainment? Yes, it was entertainment. It's probably worth the money, and we checked it out on obviously an early showing, so not too bad. So what do you think?
Yeah, I give it like probably an 8 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than I expected I would. I'm a fan of like Jonah Hill, and I've watched the What is? I keep forgetting the damn guy's name.
Which movie? Miles Teller.
Miles Teller, yeah. Him in the Project X.
The projects. Oh, he's in. So actually, he was
some
in
other ones too, right?
Yeah, he was in some other movies, but yeah, that was the other thing too.
I'm liking him, and he's a really pretty good actor actually. I'm starting to be a fan of his. So
You also know Miles Teller's in the Divergent series.
I did not watch that.
You did not Divergent? Yeah, that's which is
I don't know. I didn't know. I don't want to watch a Divergent. That shit sucked.
Yeah, it's just crazy. But besides that, overall, it was a good movie. You know, he gave it a 8 out of 10. Me personally, I'd probably give it the same thing, 8 out of 10. It's not bad. I mean, from the trailers, from what I seen, you know, like I said, I was kind of disappointed it wasn't a Michael Bay movie. No, seriously, I thought I was gonna see. Yeah, because I mean, honestly, I thought I was gonna see explosions.
Yeah,
I mean.
Come on, Michael Bay, like the history of this Transformers wasn't too good. I mean, I thought the movie I wasn't disappointed at all that it was. I was actually kind of happy maybe it wasn't him, you know, because this movie is not all about explosions, or, you know, it's actually telling a story, you know. They did a very good job with it.
See, that's why I said 2 different opinions right there. But obviously, like you said, but overall, 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. So, yo, if you got any last remarks, man?
Yeah, I don't think I, give the movie justice, and I think I can't really explain too well about it, but I think this is a movie that I'll tell you straight, like, you should go watch this movie. You shouldn't, and this is a movie that, yeah, it's worth what is the prices for tickets now?
I don't know. Here we paid, I think, like, what was it, $12, $12.50?
Okay, maybe go to the matinee. Maybe that might be better, because tickets are already expensive as it is. So have a good time. Go out with your friends. Definitely a movie to watch. I give it an 8 out of 10.
Yeah, that's it. And then, like I said, for myself, it's interesting though. It's day at the movies. But besides that, I guess we out. All right, YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. The Matt Flip, we out. All right, then, we out, cousin.
Peace.